Yes, the Eagles are 1-0, and yes, it was an ugly win, and yes, we have questions about the defense and all sorts of things. But it always could be worse. You could be a Cowboy fan. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. So you were a little worried about Kirk Cousins. You were a little worried about Dalvin Cook. I know you're worried about Justin Jefferson. Well, maybe for good reasons, because if those guys aren't going to have big games and kill us, our defense has to be much, much better, and they better be. Now, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe if you like the content. We do this every day. We stream every Eagles game. We're going to be streaming tomorrow's Thursday night game. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, you know the deal. Just double check. Double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. Now, we're going to jump right into this. We got a little bit of Eagles breaking news. The team is off today because they're going to be playing a Monday night game. So there's no practice today. But Eagles are losing offensive lineman Coyote Awawasa Sasaka, to never pronounce his name, off practice squad. Lions claimed him. Detroit needs help on the OL, on the offensive line, with Tommy Kramer missing last week with a back injury, and then Big V on the IR. I can't ever say his name. Forget it. Okay, Joey Shakes must have practiced, I think, for like 8 hours, because he's the only one I know that can actually say his name. But the Eagles lose him. It happens. The Eagles picked up a guy off practice squad of the Vikings yesterday. Today they lose one. It is what it is. I'm not concerned about that. What I'm concerned about, mainly more than anything, is this defense, okay? First off, I got to say this. You got to love Eagle fans. You got to love Philly fans, because we keep it real. We won this game this week. We're not sitting there like Washington fans and saying, oh, we got the best quarterback in the division now. We got this, we got that. We're so great. No. You see us. We're worried. We're like, yeah, we won, but the defense, we stunk. Oh, Devontae Smith didn't get any throws. We're worried. We're concerned. And all I got to say is this. Take a deep breath. Relax a little bit. Breathe that disgusting air in California, or wherever the hell you are, and relax. Chill out, because it's going to be all right. We could always be, just remember, it could always be worse. We could always be Cowboy fans. I mean, they're Cowboy fans like Mark Holmes or something. They're going at it. They're fighting. Michael Anthony, I really actually think he's a closet Eagle fan. Look at the way he sticks up for us when it mattered against his big, chicken-sacrificing, evil dad, Mark Homer. Check it out.
I was curious what was going to happen with Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons had 2 sacks. He's the fastest man to 15 sacks in 17 games. That's a record. He's hungry. And then I remembered that it was supposed to be on today, and I was looking, and there's no tapes to him. Did you see any tapes to Micah Parsons on First Take?
He wasn't on First Take.
I'm sorry. Was he on Undisputed?
I don't listen to them, so I don't have to.
I didn't see any. And come to find out,
what a punk.
Oh, I didn't say that.
He is a punk.
Well, I listen. You know what? I hate this.
You signed up for something. You didn't show up for your obligation. To at least,
see,
you can't
I expect that from Eagle fans.
No, they show up.
Now,
they show up to their obligations.
First of all, I'm going to say it was a mistake to sign up for that.
It wasn't a mistake.
You see what I'm saying? He's a real one. That's a G right there. Newfound respect for Michael Anthony. Where's the fitness? But it could always be worse. We could always be stuck in their situation, okay? I gotta say this, okay? I've watched a little of the All-22, mainly with Hurts. I haven't really gone and looked at stuff with Devontae Smith yet. But I thought Hurts was pretty good last week. I liked his play. I know some people weren't happy about it. And the offense overall, I feel, is going to be fine. I feel that they'll fix any problems that they had, and I really have a lot of faith in this offense. Love the way Miles Sanders looks so far. He looks absolutely phenomenal. If Miles Sanders stays healthy and plays like this, he will have 1,200 yards, which is what I predicted he would have. I also predicted that Devontae Smith would lead this team in catching and receiving yards. And after the way A.J. Brown looked like T.O., maybe that won't happen. I'm going to stick with it. But A.J. Brown is phenomenal, okay? And this whole matchup is so funny because A.J. Brown reminded me of T.O. watching him play. He's bigger. He's faster. He's more explosive than everybody else out there on the field, okay? Especially the Detroit Lions defense. So he just reminded me of that first game when we had T.O. and T.O. we were going up against the Giants. And the Giants stunk that year. But if you remember, week two was, I believe, a matchup between the Eagles and the Vikings. Now, maybe it wasn't week 2, but I'm pretty sure it was a week 2 Monday night game. And the marquee matchup was Randy Moss versus Terrell Owens. Who was the better receiver? And T.O. won that Monday night battle. I think it was week 2. Not totally sure. But it was early in the season nonetheless. And the big matchup, and everybody was debating who's the best receiver in the league. Owens, Moss. And Owens won that night. Well, you're going to get a matchup like that similar. You're going to get A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is a stud. No question about it. And when I look at the Eagles, and what scares me the most is Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins. Now, I can't believe I'm saying this, right? I can't believe that I actually have to say Kirk Cousins scares me. This is what kind of aggravates me because Kirk Cousins' primetime stinks. He usually stinks in primetime. He's the kind of guy you could get pressure on, but he'll make mistakes. He's played us before. He's had some big yardages throwing, but he always throws a bad interception or does something stupid, and that's always been the way it was. Well, if this defense comes out and they only blitz him 6 times and they're not getting pressure, it's going to be a problem. He will tear us up. He will tear us a new one. This defense is my concern. Like I said, the offense, Jalen Hurts, the offensive line, Miles Sanders, that running game, Goddard, Devontae Smith, they'll all get theirs. They'll be fine. I know and I trust that they will work it out. What worries me is the defense because Jonathan Gannon, at times versus the Detroit Lions, his defense literally looked like the same defense last year. And we remember who we had last year at linebacker, right? Baby arms, Alex Singleton, my little pinky right there. Look at it. Look at the pinky bicep. You see that pinky bicep right there? That's a pinky bicep. It's bigger than his arms. It's bigger than his arms. In Denver, there's signs saying, "Where's Baby Arms' arms?" All right? The guy eats his spinach, his arms get thinner. I don't get it. But we had him at linebacker. We had some players that stunk on defense last year. They stunk. And at times on Sunday, this defense looked exactly the same, and it shouldn't be, okay? Now, the times where they actually did bring pressure and actually pressed the Detroit Lions, they did pretty good. There was like 3 straight drives where the defense was bothering Goff. He couldn't get throws. He ends up throwing a pick 6, amazing deflection by Kaiser White right into James Bradbury. Then the Eagles take their foot off the gas. They go away from it, and they can't get it back the rest of the game. You don't take your foot up the. I was gonna say you take your foot out the ass, but don't take your foot off the gas, not the ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing that they did that really irritated me. And Jonathan Gannon does it. I'm afraid that the Eagles defense and the talent on the Eagles defense is going to be a victim of Jonathan Gannon's stubbornness and his fear of aggression. I think he fears to be aggressive. I think he's so scared to give up the big play downfield that he would rather die by 1,000 paper cuts, right? So he doesn't mind Jared Goff getting a ball off in 2.4 seconds for 10 yards, 13 yards, 10 yards, 13 yards. He'll play it like that instead of, taking some chances. And hey, look, if you get beat one time for 40 yards, so be it. To me, I just don't think scared money don't win. Scared money don't win. And I think Jonathan Gannon in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think he calls plays scared. I think he calls plays to not get beat on the big play. He thinks if we can prevent the big plays and the quick scores, then we'll hang around, we'll be in there. I don't like it. I think you got to go in with the mindset of Buddy Ryan, of Bud Carson, of Jim Johnson. We are going to make your quarterback legless. We are going to hit him. We are going to hit him. We are going to hit him. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it. You know what I'm saying? Until it rolls over and goes to sleep. I'm sorry. My mind's going somewhere else. But you know what I'm saying? Until the quarterback caves, until they give up, until they throw that interception, until they start hearing footsteps, throwing the ball when they shouldn't, making mistakes, fumbling. Those are the things that you create by putting pressure and getting a quarterback. It's not always about, you don't have to have 7 sacks a game, 8 sacks a game, but you gotta do enough to make the quarterback throw when he doesn't want to. Okay, I think Goff they were saying he had he got rid of the ball 2.4 seconds, something like that. How does that happen? How does every week teams get the ball quickly off against the Eagles? You ever wonder that? It's because they play their corners back and they play back and then they rush 4. So it's very quick, very easy to get rid of the ball quick. You gotta start manning up, pressing them at the line of scrimmage and bringing heat and really force quarterbacks to make really, really good throws. And you'll see that time go up and you'll see more sacks. That's how they got to do it. So my concern going into this game is Jonathan Gannon, and it's his mindset. You have talent, okay? I got to say this. You've got to play Jordan Davis more. You got to play Milt Williams more. I don't think Fletcher Cox had that great of a game. I don't even think Hargrave had that great of a game. And I think Jordan Davis, the plays he was in, he was effective. He was very effective in the running game, and you're going to need that versus Dalvin Cook. If they're able to run the ball with Dalvin Cook as effective as the Lions did with Swift, and then you have Kirk Cousins with time throwing to Justin Jefferson, we're going to have a problem all day. The Eagles got to make some major changes to me in this game defensively. And I think it's more of you can't be scared to bring pressure. You can't be scared to give up the big play. Man up, blitz the hell out of Kirk Cousins, and put his ass on the ground. I don't want to see a clean jersey. I don't want to see him in white pants or whatever, or white shirt, and it's clean. There's no grass stains on it or anything. There's nothing more irritating to me than when an opposing quarterback, his jersey is clean, his pants are clean, it doesn't look like he was on the ground at all. The Eagles can't afford to go down that route. They've got to make sure to get pressure. And I think Jonathan Gannon has to stop being scared. Stop being scared to give up the big play. Stop trying to die by 1,000 paper cuts. Do not take your foot off the gas. You know when you take your foot off the gas? Take your foot off the gas when it's 42-3, 42-10 with 1:36 seconds left. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Then you can do it. But until then, it should be a rule. We will not stop going at anybody full speed until there's at least 3 minutes left in the game. That's the only time we'll back away. We're not changing anything. We're coming at every quarterback you throw in. You take your starters out, put your bench in, you give in, fine. We're coming. When there's 3 minutes left in the game, we're up 30 points, 17 points, 20 points. Then maybe we'll think about it. Under 3 minutes. Until then, we're going to get you. We're going to get your ass. That's how I think the Eagles need to approach it. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat, and remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Just a quick reminder, I will be streaming Chargers-Chiefs tomorrow. I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I think I'm taking the Chargers and the over. I think that's going to be my parlay bet. Not totally sure yet, but I'm very much leaning that way. So just want to remind you guys, in case this is my only video today, Chargers-Chiefs tomorrow should be a lot of fun. Denzel Washington out.